Hey guys, Aubrey here. Today I'm doing the Eureka Math Squared Grade 2 Module 1 Topic D. Okay, so let's get started. This is lesson 15. Each lesson will have two parts. The explanation part, where we go over the types of problems that will be in the lesson and we go over them and review them. And the actual lesson part where we solve the actual problems. So this is lesson 15. This is the review, the explanation part. So number 1, write the numbers on the number line. All right, so 43, 50, 48, 55. Starts at 40 and at 60. So first we find the midpoint, the middle part, and this must be 50 because 50 is in the middle of 40 and 60. So this would be 10 and this would be 10. So 43, so then it would be 40, 41, 42, 43. So you just count the tick marks and write as you go. And 48, this is 43. Then you count on 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. And 55, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. Alright, so that's pretty simple. Now number 2, use the number line to add. Okay, so 38 plus 5. We start at 38, and first they added 2 to get to 40, and then add the 3 more to get to 43. Because 5, you can add 2 and then 3 and you still get plus 5. Okay, now number 3, count up, write the numbers. 103, 104, 105. So you're really just counting up by ones and writing the numbers as you go. But here you're counting up by 10. So you really have to notice and identify the pattern first before writing the numbers. Alright, this is lesson 15. Number 1, write the numbers on the number line. We have 20 to 40, so the middle here should be 30. So write your numbers. We have 30, 25, this is 20, this would be 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 28, this is 25, that would be 26, 27, 28. 37, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. Alright, and use a number line to add. Number 2, 35 plus 8. Okay, so 35, this is 30, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Plus 8. So we're going to first add all the way to 40. That's plus 5. And then we need to add 3 more because we're adding 8 in total. So 1, 2, 3, plus 3, and here we land at 43. So 35 plus 8 is equal to 43. And number 3, 46 plus 8. Alright, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46. First we're going to add to 50, which is plus 4. And then since we're adding 8 in total, we add 4 more to get to 54. So we're doing 46 plus 8 and we're getting 54. Alright, pretty simple. Next page. This is lesson 16. Oh no, it's 16. Number 4, lesson 16 is next. Count up, write the numbers. Alright, 113, 114, 115. So we're going up by 1. So you count and write up by 1. 119, 120. Alright, and here are the tens. 42, 52, 62. 42, 52, 62. Notice the ones place is staying the same, but the tens place is changing. It's going up by 1 each time. So that means we're going up by 1 10 each time. We're going up by 10. So that'd be 72, 82, 92, 102, and 112. Alright, and that's very simple. Let's move on to lesson 16. Use this explanation part, use a number line to subtract. Alright, so this time we're gonna practice subtracting. So, number 1, 56 minus 8. Alright, 56. They first subtracted 6 because they want to get to the benchmark number, 50. And then since we're subtracting 8 in total, after they subtract the 6, then that's when they subtract the 2 more to get 48. Alright. And then, oh yeah, that's it. Alright, this is lesson 16. Use a number line to subtract. Alright, so number 1, 57 minus 7. Alright, so first we gotta find 57. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 57. So I'm gonna first subtract to 50. That would be minus 7. And look at that, 57 minus 7, and that lands us on 50. That was easy. Now number 2 is 64 minus 6. So 61, 62, 63, 64. Minus 6. So I'm gonna first minus the 4 to get to 60. And then minus 2 more since we're subtracting 6 in total to land on 58. So 58 would be our answer. Alright, and number 3, 75 minus 8 is 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75. First I'm going to subtract to the benchmark number, just minus 5. We're subtracting 8 in total, so 1, 2, 3. And that will give us 67. Alright, so 67 is our answer. 75 minus 8. Alright, and that's it for this lesson. Now let's move on to lesson 17. Alright, this is lesson 17, explanation part. Number 1, how much further does a big bee fly than a little bee? Alright, so we see one bee flies 57 centimeters and another bee, the bigger bee, flies 70 centimeters. So how much farther? Well, we can use a number line to help us answer that question. Start 57 for the little bee and 70 for the big bee. We can see the difference between how much further they flew. So write an equation, 57 plus 13 equals 70. So you might be wondering, how did they get 13? Well, look here, first they added 3 because they want to get to the benchmark number, the number that ends with 0, 60. And then after that, they added all the way up to 70. So 10 plus 3 is 13, which means 57 plus 13 is equal to 70. The big bee flies 13 centimeters farther than the little bee. Alright. Next page, number 2. How much further does the blue butterfly fly than the green butterfly? The blue butterfly flies 181 and the green one flies 167. So 181, but this much is the extra part that he flies. So 181, they did minus 14 for the extra is 167. So the blue butterfly flies 14 centimeters farther than the green butterfly. Alright, now number 3, Hope has 13 tennis balls. Then she finds 5 more tennis balls. How many tennis balls does Hope have now? So first let's draw. We have 10 and 3, 13, and then 5 more. So 10 plus 3 is plus the 5 extra. We can group up the ones to get 8. So 10 plus 8 equals 18. Or 13 plus 5 equals 18. So Hope has 18 tennis balls now. Alright, this is lesson 17. Number 1, how much farther does the big bird go than the little bird? Alright, the little bird goes 68 centimeters and the big bird goes 80 centimeters. So we go from 68, we gotta find the distance between these 2 points. First we can jump to oh wait, no, not 72. Actually, first we can jump, let's jump all the way. Let's jump to 70 actually. So that's plus 2. If we have a benchmark number, we can go from 70 all the way to 80. Plus 10. Alright, so 2 plus 10. Our equation will be 68 plus 2 and 10 is 12. And that is 80. So the big bird goes 12 centimeters farther than the little bird because that's the distance between the 2 distances. All right, now number 2, how much farther does a squirrel jump than the grasshopper? Write an equation. All right, so the squirrel jumps 1 to 32 centimeters minus this much extra. So you can do 132 minus 15 because that's the distance. That'll give you 117. So the squirrel jumps 15 centimeters farther than the grasshopper. Alright, next page. Number 3. Tim sees 14 worms in the street. He sees 5 worms in the grass. How many worms does Tim see in all? First draw. Okay, this is 10. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 14. But then he sees 5 in the grass. So then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many worms does Tim see in all? Alright, well, 14 plus 5 equals 19. So that's 10 plus 4 and then plus the 5 that we drew on. Get that together, then you got 10 plus 9 equals 19. So it's equal to 19. Tim sees 19 worms in all. Alright, next, this is lesson 18, explanation part. Okay, Matt rides 53 miles on a train. Jill rides 26 miles on a bus. How many more miles does Matt ride than Jill? Okay, M for Matt, 53 miles. J for Jill, 26 miles. Okay, so the distance in between. Do a number line 26, and then, okay, they went from 26 to 30 to 50 to 53. So, okay, this seems a little confusing. What we can do is read over here. I read the problem, okay, read again, and think what to draw. So, one tape diagram to represent the miles that Matt travels, and one tape diagram to represent the miles Jill travels. So, to find the difference between 53 and 26 to see how many more miles does Matt ride than Jill. So, what they did was they used their benchmark numbers to count back and drew a number line. So, I start at 53 and hop back minus 3 to get to 50, which is a benchmark number, and then minus 20 to get to 30, and then minus 4 to get to 26. So if you add those numbers together, you get 27, which means 53 minus 27 is 26. So Matt rides 27 miles more than Jill. Alright, next. This is lesson 11. Lesson 18. Okay. Jack rides 41 miles in a car. Beth rides 18 miles on a bike. How many more miles does Jack ride than Beth? Okay. So let's do this. Jack is 41 miles. And Beth is 18 miles. So how many more miles does Jack ride than Beth? Okay, so we have our number line. We can start at 41. We can hop back 1 to get to 40 because that's a benchmark number. And then we can minus the 10. Minus 10, get to 30. And then minus the 7 that we need to subtract to get to 23. And see what we did there, we minus 1, because we know we need minus, what's it called? Minus, Alright, so we did it a little differently. Instead of starting at 18, we did minus 18 to get to 23, which will still end up with the right answer since we're doing 41 minus the difference to get the, minus the distance that Beth rode to get the difference between the two distances, if that makes sense. So I did it this way. You guys can do it another way where you put this as 18 and subtract the 23. But I do 41 minus, we are minus the 18 equals 23. So Jack rides 23 more miles than Beth. Alright, now we have lesson 19. Number 1, Nick walks 64 steps, Lee walks 40 steps. How many more steps does Nick walk than Lee? Okay, so Nick 64, and is, I don't know why it's an E. I think it's supposed to be an L for Lee, but we'll just pretend this is for Lee. 40 steps. 40 plus blank equals 64. We want to find the difference between the number of steps that they took. So they just wrote the equation 40 plus 24 equals 64. So then Nick walks 24 more steps than Lee. And number 2, Zan has 9 tokens. She gets some more tokens. Now she has 18 tokens. How many more tokens does Zan get? Okay, 9 and gets more. So we want to find out how many more she got. First, we can draw the 9. And then keep drawing on to get 18. And then we can circle that to find out 9 plus 9 equals 18. So we find out Zan got 9 tokens. Alright, so here, Tam has 55 blocks. Kevin has 30 blocks. How many more blocks does Tam have than Kevin? Okay, well, let's see here. T for Tam, 55. And K for Kevin has 30 blocks. So how many more is what we're trying to figure out. So 30 plus blank equals 55. Well, 30 plus 20 is 50, so you just gotta add 5 more for 55. So 30 plus 25 equals 55. That means Tam has 25 more blocks than Kevin. Okay, next page. Number 2, Dan has 7 stamps. He gets some more stamps. Now he has 15 stamps. How many more stamps did Dan get? Well, first Dan has 7. And then we get to 15. So let's count on until we reach 15. I'm going to shade it in so we can tell the difference. So I have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so this is how much more Dan got, which would be 8. So 7 plus 8 equals 15. So Dan got 8 stamps. Alright, and this is it for today's lesson. And next time we'll be going on to topic E. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video helps. And please don't forget to like and subscribe because it really helps on my channel. See you guys next time. Bye!